Paytm, or Pay Through Mobile, was founded and incubated by Sharma's 197 Communications in 2010. The company, which started as a prepaid mobile recharge website, has evolved over the last half a decade from mobile recharges to utility bill payments and shopping. The company launched Paytm Wallet in 2014 and claims to have added 100 million users since then for cab booking, travel, and entertainment sector. The company recently announced plans to tie up with Kirana stores to expand its reach in rural and semi-urban areas. With Sharma getting a payments bank license, the company plans to expand its reach further for financial inclusion. With no BC association still now and the company planning to go on its own for the time being, what remains to be seen is whether Paytm Payments Bank will be a game changer in the industry. Hi, welcome to VCC TV. Today we have with us Mr. Sharma, founder of 197 Communications and Paytm. Thanks for coming on the show, sir.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Starting off, from an e-commerce platform catering to mobile and utility bills, you've now become a payments bank. Tell us more about the Paytm journey.
When we started, we had a plan that we would start our journey from building customer trust first and extending this trust cycle towards many more use cases that we can extend to the consumer. So it started with payments. So pay is our first event, and then it grew towards buy, which is where the marketplace comes. And now we are given opportunity of making it to the third level, save. So consumers can save. So pay, buy, and save. So our platform will give customer three-step life cycle now.
Now, Paytm claims to have about 100 million users. If we can discuss, what are the figures? How many users are you adding per month? And how many figures are actually on the e-commerce platform?
So when we add a user, this user must have done a transaction. Only then we add a user. Or actually we call it created a user, because the wallet has to get money once at least. We today have over 100 million wallets, and we probably would have like 30 to 35 million of them transacting every month. And every day we would add a couple of 100,000. That's the count of rate that I can share. And it depends. I mean, we on our last festive day, like Raksha Bandhan, we were doing a promo. It was pretty neat. We did a couple of larger number of than a couple of 100,000. So we continue to add the users. Our target is to have 500 million Indians on Paytm platform by 2020. And we hope to do it in time and maybe early.
So e-commerce has evolved a lot for Paytm, from being a mobile and utility bills payment website to one that is offering a full-blown shopping experience. And with cash on delivery experiences, how much of it is going to cash on delivery and what percentage is going to mobile wallet?
First of all, the digital goods that we sell, like bus ticket or mobile top-up, etc., everything is prepaid, so there is no cash on delivery in that, even an option, because we don't book a ticket unless you give me money. And talking about physical goods, how we split our business is digital goods, physical goods. Among the physical good, 95% of our payments are done in advance, only 5% is cash on delivery.
So you were one of the two individuals to get a payments bank license. When can we see a payments bank from Paytm?
We want to be the first one to launch the Paytm Payment Bank in this country. And we're really excited about it, the opportunity that government has given us, RBI has given us. We are very sincere about it. We will take it as full sincerity, the opportunity, and do the hardest amount of the work on this. And given an opportunity, we should be one of the earliest, I can be sure. Now, it takes time. We know that we probably should be given 18 months. And much before 18 months complete, we should be able to launch.
Why apply for a license as an individual? Why not as a company?
It's actually a company's license. Okay. It is, RBI had a requirement of payment bank to be owned majority by an Indian national and the promoters to be Indian nationals. Our company is foreign owned majority, so it couldn't hold more than 39% as much it is. Okay. So I own the majority and rest is owned by entity. And because I own the majority and I'm the promoter, so they put the name there, but it is the pitch that we gave is for Paytm Payment Bank. So it is Paytm Payment Bank.
So how much share would Paytm have as an entity in the payment bank?
It will directly will have only as less as 39%.
RBI has a requirement that you need to meet about rupees 100 crore corpus before you start payments bank. Now, are you looking for alternate channels of funding or new sources of funding?
We're well funded, we're very well capitalized, and when we gave a business plan to RBI, we showed how much of money we're going to commit to it. It's well beyond 100 crore that we're going to put money on this. On a different note, I can say that the money that should be needed to bring 500 million Indians, if I was to give $1 at least to a customer to acquire, there is 500 million in the bank.
And will Alibaba or Alipay be a part of this whole banking structure?
They're part of 197, so they sort of own, 197 owns, will own certain percentage as prescribed, but they won't be directly owner.
One of the conditions in order to acquire a payments bank license is that you give up your mobile wallet license. Right.
It actually is not that you give up mobile wallet license. It is that because you become a bank, your bank will issue the mobile wallet. So our customers remain with us. Instead of it getting a separate license, the same license, the bank, as bank, we can issue the wallet.
Okay. So in this transition, those who do not want their accounts to be converted into
they won't get bank account, they'll get only wallet.
Coming to the point of financial inclusion, right? You already have tied up with Kirana stores, right? What are your plans to further that process now?
I think if we look at this country has about 200 million bank users, people like you and me, and another 500 million are those who potentially should have a banking and they don't have it. And below that is below poverty line audience of this country. My fundamental belief is that incumbents have built it on deposits. They have not built it on transaction-led economy. If you see Western world, America, where though deposit is, there is none deposit really because people are so much under debt there. So they sort of give financial system helps you transact more, and based on more transaction, they keep giving you more money to spend. While this country has had deposit-led ecosystem, if you go to a bank, how much a deposit can you put? Minimum deposit, the amount of deposit that you have at the month end. All term lead to deposit that you have. So these 500 million of these Indians that we are talking about are not those who would have large amount of deposit. So I think $1,000, $2,000 is pretty large for them to keep in the bank account. So we believe that we are the bank. We will be the bank. We will be the opportunity for bringing such people who can't keep large deposits in the bank account as a banking platform for them. Now, it is not just about city, urban or rural. It is about everywhere. We have these people. It's somebody who's your office help, teammate, some peon here and driver there. These people need to get the bank account. Now, the very reason that they should get bank account is that because they have cash in their hands, they kind of not even save, then it gets lost out of economy. It continues to float around as cash, and it doesn't become part of the economy that we talk about. And second, because they don't do transactions at the bank, they can never be included on giving things like loans or advances they need. So they don't get credit history, etc. on that. So we will be able to bring these people, and the opportunity is that every one of them have committed on the smartphone. Now every one of them has a smartphone. Can we bring the banking as easy as a prepaid phone that is today? Can you switch on, switch off services? Can you get it added on a Kirana store, as you said, at a shop nearby? Can this banking be as pervasive as this person is? These people also feel hesitant to walk into a very formal bank space. So they need to have people whom they trust nearby and next to each other. We're going to build this ecosystem of banking correspondent who would be people whom we trust and they can trust, and then in real world presence that they will be able to go and walk into and talk about it. So it starts to create a inclusion as we talk about, and then it extends the financial services that we're talking about there.
Two questions from that. One on the banking correspondent. Vodafone M-Pesa, which got a payments bank license, claims to have about 90,000 business correspondents. What is the number that Paytm has?
Look, we are building a banking platform and financial services platform for this country for 500 million people. 90,000 would be a good number, but that is not our benchmark either. If it takes million people, it'll be million. If it takes a couple of 100,000, it'll be that. We will be pervasive, we will be everywhere, and that is what the key is. I think the banking correspondence business model, we were not an independent banking correspondent either before this license, but we will deploy fast. This is the exact moment where Paytm's other businesses, like commerce business, comes in play. Because we now have probably 89, 90,000 retailers, sellers on Paytm commerce platform. Now, we've been able to build large fleet on street which signs up these merchants in different cities, very far-flung tier 2, tier 3 cities, and they are brought online by use of smartphone and mobile internet capabilities. So I'm totally sure that we will be able to extend sign up of banking correspondent equally strong, and in short span of time we'll be able to bring a large number of those people there. So banking correspondent signing up of merchant and businesses, consumers, we will be aggressive on this.
Now, the second question. Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, you still have some kind of a penetration. But other rural and semi-urban areas, Paytm is still not that existent because mobile technology hasn't reached there, smartphones as it is. How do you plan to tackle that challenge?
I believe that this country saw a revolution when mobile phone reached everybody's hand, and I think the feature phone, the simplicity of using it, typing a number and clicking a green button, gave an opportunity that we saw how country changed. The revolution that we're talking about requires mobile internet. Our primary strategy is to double down on growth of mobile internet in this country. Paytm exists today because mobile internet exists. It is the timing for our business that we wanted to be the leaders in the mobile internet business. And these are different services too. So if you see the payments, the commerce, the banking. So I continue to believe, and we will continue to lead it from the mobile internet way. I think the rates of devices have continued to going down. The penetration of data is continuing to reach forward. The customer's experience when he's using a smartphone or a mobile internet connection is far different than he's using a feature phone. I think we would be very cognizant of the fact that how do we extend it to the feature phone, but our primary experience will be driven by smartphone and mobile internet.
Coming to the point of hiring, what are your hiring plans for Payments Bank right now?
First of all, we might not do Payment Bank out of Delhi. We might just go to Bangalore, the city of innovation and people who change this country, or city of Bombay. So we are trying to figure out which is the headquarter city for us. Okay. And then we want to have the expertise and experience that we've seen here, because we're going to be dominating on the technology side. So while we would partner with some technology companies to bring core banking platform, we would bring a large amount of technology team inside in-house too. So that is why the Bangalore remains a key focus location for us. And beyond that, now we're going to hire nearly all positions in next few quarters, I'd say. So there is a massive hiring plan, and we are meeting different agencies to figure out how to roll out org structure that we are aiming for. And this is incidentally as less about the central headquarter hiring. It is also about hiring in different cities where we are primed to go forward with. So it won't be just the headquarter, it will be also in different cities.
Now, you already have tied up with RuPay and MasterCard. Okay, and you have tie-ups with ATMs as well. Now, we were hearing talks about a virtual RuPay card. Are you still going ahead with that project?
I fundamentally believe it is important for India to create its own clearinghouse. It's so sad when I know that when I'm going in an ATM, this transaction is going US and coming back. And whenever there is something, US sort of controls our keys for the kingdom. They cut the pipe, and then we kind of become dependent on very external world platforms. RuPay is pride of this country. We want to support it as much possible. We are working with them. We are trying to find out how we can incorporate it in our wallet platform, and we want to extend that RuPay to this country. I believe that if we as Paytm can bring it forward, if it can get its necessary popularity and distribution base, it'll be good for us as a country. It'll be good for us to not depend on Visa, Master, American Express. We need something built in this country for us.
Most of the banks who've got payment banks license now, most of the companies who've got payment banks license have tied up with some of the major banks as business correspondents. We haven't heard any plans from Paytm as of now, and from what we know, you are willing to go alone. Will you be tying up for loans and other products with other banks?
Payment bank scope is deposits and payment processing. As Paytm, we bring core skill of processing payments. I mean, we process more payment transactions than anybody in this country. And maybe by this year ends, we would be bigger than all Visa Master transactions in this country. So payment is a skill that we bring it on the table. That is why we were very sort of sure that we should pitch it independently instead of trying to get a bank inside it. And at the same point of time, Paytm is a new age technology company. I mean, fundamentally we are a technology company. We're not a bank. Banks are sort of an impedance mismatch, 440 volt versus 5 volt kind of gap. So we wanted to go standalone because we wanted to go it on a pace and capabilities that we belong to. And I believe that technologies companies have an edge in understanding industry vertical versus an industry vertical understanding the technology in that due course of time. So for us, we didn't think about going ever that we would partner with a bank or think about it. Now that we have a license, which is the biggest hurdle, I'd say, the capabilities of the bank could have been a very good backbone and needed backbone, if I may say. But I think we've been able to credibly prove to RBI that, look, we can bring a great payment platform and now we can be sincere with deposits too. So I don't yet see a need to bring a bank in a partnership. And at the same point of time, we would like to work as a partner, not necessarily the equity partners with as many banks possible, because our customers can act like a feeder for the large mainstream incumbent banking, universal banking as we call it. And same customers can become the customers for other financial products offered by those banks. So we would be very open to nearly every bank to make themselves, our customers available to them and vice versa. We don't have a specific bank to partner with here right now, and we don't think that we need to do it yet. We're going to go solo as much possible, open the branches, open the ATM network, if you will. We want to do it ourselves. We want to build a fundamental platform for this country. I think India has missed the way the telecom revolution happened. We missed that in financial services. You can see a villager getting a phone at a correct cost that he can afford, but that's not happening in banking and financial services. I mean, if you want to remove poverty, we have to get that done.
E-commerce is enough of a headache to handle, okay, for a person. Will donning a hat of a payments bank founder, how are you planning to tackle that?
It's a headache for those who don't know how to run the business. For us, it's a joyride. We're loving every ride of it. We have a lowest cost of customer acquisition. We have the lowest cost of operations. We might be profitable much sooner than anybody else can think. And we're doing a massive, large volume there. Who says it's a headache? I think God is giving us an opportunity. We'll be sincere with it.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your time.